It's an arena game, nice Saturday morning game. And so far, we've got engineers, cultists, and mermaids in the game. We're picking into the fourth seat. And I think cultists and mermaids both make a lot of sense with this reward late. We got 2 water cult events. And we have points on the pass tiles, but no big building tile, and no spade. We're also missing the 4 coins and cult step tile, so some of the fun economic tiles missing early along with the big building scoring tile. So we have mid-rounds TPs. I think that nomads could be interesting here, especially with blue in the game. Nomads should be pretty cool. This is probably a good shipping nomads game with no big buildings event early, and with round 3 dwellings, and with both shipping tiles. So let's do this and see how this goes. Okay, we have opening bidding on fine rounds. Look at how we're likely to go stretch here be filled in. These are likely to be here. Will be great. I think that brown probably prefers F5 over this stretch over here. Probably just place tiles or build dwelling. And in the worst case, you're going to get to place down 2 dwellings with this dig. Or actually, no, you can, if you dig C1 with your first action, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 dwellings down. TP 4 dwellings. That's very strong as well. So yeah, I like mermaids here. Don't see it going badly. Okay, we get bid 10 points down on mermaids. Okay, fine. Engineers are guaranteed a double dig if they want it, and I think that if I'm playing them, then I do want it. Probably just opening with, well, maybe Earth 1's good here. It's not particularly worker tight. There's 2 workers pass tiles in the game. These TP events will make it less coin tight, but with only the 6 coins tile in the game and this not injecting that many coins, like, it's pretty interesting. I wouldn't have put cultists into the game, but since they are in the game, it's not like I can really afford to let them go for too cheap. Though I am more interested in nomads, honestly, but cultists being over here is going to really help engineers. Engineers really are likely to have a pretty strong game. They're either going to be able to connect on G3 or D6, and I don't see too much of a reason for like nomads to be super dicks and take D6. I also think that it'll take a while for mermaids to get the shipping to come over to G3 unless they start H4, which also seems just suboptimal. So I'm going to put 1 more there. Like, it's a dwellings event round 1. It can't be that bad to build dwellings. I was thinking worker power, but you're not likely to get the single spade or the double. Well, okay, you might get the single spade. I think we might see an Earth 1 rush at this table. I've played with Richard a fair amount before. They're pretty unpredictable. Like, they're not the highest elo player, but they're definitely capable of putting together a good game. And yeah, okay, here we go. So we're actually off to the races. Wasn't quite expecting this, but I think it'll, I think that we can play with this. Um, yeah, nomads placing b4 is pretty good. I think that this indicates that they want a lot of towns this game. E8 also would have been pretty good, but I think that E8 could have been good because that stifles cultists. You're going to beat cultists to b4 anyway. So I think that, like, E8, you're a little more likely to lose to cultists if cultists go heavy shipping, but we'll see how Capetta plays him. And nomads start g4 instead of d3. This is a huge bummer for mermaids, which I'm kind of glad that I'm not on mermaids right now. I mean, mermaids will still be fine once someone does get on d3, but this slows mermaids down a lot. It's a very anti-cultist play, but even then I think I would prefer e8 to b4. This is just a better shipping route. But we'll see. I think our spades probably go d4 and e9 here. Can we? This might be dumb, but I think that there's a world where I can breed out like 2 spade actions with this. I think that I can trick this table and still get tempo on earth 1. This might be foolish, but I'm going to be arrogant and think that I can get 2 spades here no matter what. Get 8. I'm just going to double dig. Like, mermaids have no way to give nomads leech, so nomads actually aren't threatening double dig, which is probably a bummer for them. Mermaids are really thinking about whether they want Earth 1 or like tempo on Earth 1 or something. They wind up upgrading, which does seem to indicate that they're considering being chumps and rushing Earth 1 just like we are. I think like the ability to kind of scare people that you are going to take Earth 1 is one of the valuable parts of this. Cultists upgrade in the center, so they're going to keep tempo on Earth 1. Richard is probably just like not paying attention right now because I've already accepted this leech. This Richard might be considering where he wants to upgrade. If Richard takes another power action, then... But yeah. We're going to advance on the water track, which I think that makes a decent amount of sense because we do have the priest and the water track event there. So, all right. What's the worst thing that happens here? The worst thing that happens here is I upgrade to Earth 1, and then people prioritize double spade. Like mermaids take double spade, cultists take single spade. And then I'm left, and then nomads open stronghold and I lose f4. I think that's the worst thing that can happen here. If I do take Earth 1. I think that we just play normally. Like, I have tried rushing Earth 1 in a few games recently, and it just never really works out as well as I had hoped. So we will place up here, and then turn this guy to gray. We're getting to open Temple, Earth 2, Dwelling TP, which is pretty neat. If we're still offers Earth 1, like if nomads don't go Stronghold here, then we will. And if somehow Earth 1 is left over, and nomads haven't opened with a stronghold or something, then I'm probably just going to do that and place f4. But we don't exactly know We don't exactly know what's going to go down here yet, so. Mermaids are considering whether they need a spade, but they don't, right? Mermaids should actually probably take a priest. Mermaids can send their priest to water, but I guess if they take a priest, then cultists just send their priest. So there's a bit of a tempo awkwardness here. We'll see what happens here. I think I'm likely to end this round with a TP on the board. Maybe I'll end it with 2 TPs on the board. Probably not. Because I mean, 2 TPs is points here, and it's also points here. That's the cool part about 2 TPs. The only problem is that then I only end up with 2 dwellings, like 2 worker production. Like if I temple for Earth 1, I guess that's also the case. So now, but getting priest production has to be good. Like it's 2 coins anyway if I get a TP up, or if I get a temple up. Here's the Earth 1 rush. I don't think it's awful for everyone to rush Earth 1 here, but I do think that cultists getting down 2 dwellings, especially with nomads threatening G5, is good. Like, letting mermaids have a single dig here is not great, in my opinion. Yeah, cultists actually do prioritize this. So I actually need to think about if I want Earth 1 here. Or if I just take Earth 2. I'll go strong. Round dwelling, being able to build this next. Wow, Richard thought, like, once again, I've like immediately taken the leech, and Richard keeps thinking that it's. I do think that this is not a bad stronghold game, necessarily. It's a little coin tight, so you might have trouble making this. But if you can get this workers act, if you just take this coins action now, then you are in position to take a stronghold, build a stronghold, and make an interesting game plan. I guess your problem is like where towns. Mermaids could dig this. Okay, it is a stronghold. Okay, cool. So this is actually really good news for us, I think. We're just going Earth 1, or we're going Earth 2, obviously, and obviously we're taking F4. We are probably losing. This hurts our network a bit because this hurts our likelihood of getting like G2 is definitely gone, right? Yeah, G2 is definitely gone here, and then it'll make it awkward for me to get to G1 because nomads will ship to I7 and then sandstorm I6 as well. Well, nomads take a priest. I didn't expect that. All right, where's our second TP go? Does it go over here, or does it go, like building it here gives us a little more leech? I guess I could put it here. I do expect G2 to get built, but I'm already getting a monster leech from cultists here. Maybe I just put it over here and kind of develop these evenly. There's also a small question of do I just temple now? Or I think that the TP dream is kind of fun, but it's probably just wrong. Like my resources are just so perfect for temple TP. Yeah, why play engineers if you can't afford this type of fun stuff anyway? So we'll put our temple over here. Yeah, it just gives fewer players leech. I don't really need like the leech from the center right now. I think that mermaids might want to take E5 next round, but we'll see. Like I guess nomads could sandstorm E5. instead of G2. They should still be able to pass it in front of me. But now that they take the priest, maybe not. Cultists take the coins, so that might imply that cultists are going to go 2 temples this round. Okay, it is G2. Fine. Hopefully, I do hope that mermaids just dig E5, but we'll see what happens. We will put the temple over here, I think. It's the same amount of leech that's given to cultists, but mermaids don't get leech, which is good. Go to 2. We can pass on to this. This gives us power. It also lets us, which allows us to single dig more comfortably. But maybe the power that I get here is enough. But it also lets me place C2, E9, and C5. That can't be too bad. I don't like taking the priest and then doing this pass, but I guess it's for temp ship. Okay, so this is actually pretty cool from Richard, because what Richard is going to do is Richard is going to probably take coins, advance ship, and then go 2 ship or something. It's a little awkward with the track, because this is supposed to be the TP round, or the, what do you call it, round. But Alright, so we need a few coins next round, so that we can make our temple. Probably our ideal round is like temple, dwelling, trading post or something. We should get some leech from here, so we're getting 4 more power. We're getting that 6 power incoming. And we don't have any coins, so I think that we actually do just build. We actually do just take on this coin style. It's not that normal, but I think that the coins on it are actually pretty valuable. And I think that at this point we can probably speed up a little. We are just going to rush Earth 1 depending on what Richard does. Richard keeps not being there. I think that this is probably just Richard like literally not being at his keyboard, because there's no reason to be thinking about this leech. I think that with these rewards, maybe we want this late air spade, but also we might just want, like, maybe we just try to win Earth or come second on Earth. I don't know. It doesn't seem that great. Mermaids have to double dig here. They probably just take C3, C4. Capetta doesn't really have anywhere to put the single dig on, so I think I can greed out. Yeah, it is C3, C4. This is nice. This is like a nice alternative synergy spot away from nomads. Oh, nomads can take coins and then go E5, D3, I7. That's really nice if they just forgo spades. All right, let's do. I kind of like my priest to earth theory. It's the injection of power that we kind of want. We could also do priest to air. I have a better chance at winning air. I don't really know why cultists are going up this earth track. Or, no, it's just earth 2. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. And we don't need to keep that much power on our bowls right now, because well, I eat my words. I do need to keep power on my bowls. Is there any chance that cultists single dig e5? Yes, there technically is that chance, lustrous, but I think that it's a low chance. I don't think it's good for them. Cultists also want Earth 1, just like I do, so. Um, and the fact that they upgraded here probably means that this is gone, right? Like it's almost certainly now going to be sandstormed by nomads. Though I will say that nomads are probably better off making a TP and then sandstorming. Putting a TP up threatens Earth 1, and it also lets it put a landscape here and then temple here. So I guess like the bad world that could happen right now is I temple for Earth 1. That's definitely happening. Like I'm definitely templing for Earth 1. And then after I temple for Earth 1, cultists single dig E5. But cultists really shouldn't want to single dig E5. I think that Richard should be setting priest to cult instead of upgrading anything here. I'm also pretty disappointed that mermaids didn't take this. I guess like I'm threatening C3 and nomads are threatening C4, but yeah, Danny, I think that I am leaning that way. I think that if I'm guaranteed Earth 1 anyway, then I'm just going to single dig this hex. Like if Nomad, like the best thing that could happen for me right now is Nomad Sandstorm this, right? Because then I just single dig this and then I temple for Earth 1. But I think that Nomads are going to make my life trickier by templing or by making a trading post. In which case, I just have to hope that cultists shouldn't want E5. Like this is clearly not a town for them. Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to take Earth 1 and not think about it because this is like there's no real way that cultists are taking that spade. And also, if they take the spade, so what? I'll buy a priest, I'll advance ship, and then I'll build C2. Building some chunk credentials right here. Here comes the rest of Chumphood. Nomads are going to sandstorm this in landscape, and then they'll build D3 I7. Yeah. The only question is, do nomads make their temple this round? Like the track does say to make a temple, and this is now very clearly a stronghold town. Now that mermaids and cultists left E5 open. That tends to be very strong for nomads. The only problem is that it doesn't particularly hit the track very well, other than making it temple. I do think that nomads have enough shipping options next round that they can probably afford to drop this, make a temple here. But the problem is, what temple is it for? It's probably for Fire 1, but their worker income is not. It's not great. And then next round, manually advanced ship. I do like taking advantage of temp ship while I have it. I don't like cultist spot here, which is why I didn't bid too much on them. Like they're cut off from the south. I do think that the landscape was correct here, regardless of what happened. We're clearly putting a dwelling down. We don't have enough stuff to buy a priest advanced ship and build another dwelling, so we are just going to pass onto this this guy. We'll advance ship once and then build C5, C2. It's going to be great. One awkward thing is that I won't get spades next round. My first action, I think, would like to be a single spade. Like, I guess the question is, how concerned am I with like shipping down to G3 next round? Because I do want to hit these grays, but I'm not getting the 2 ship anyway. Is it safe to float these guys and then just grab a single spade with my first action on D7? I think it's pretty clearly going to be this tile. Am I getting any more leech? Mermaids are making their whatever over here. Nomads bought stuff, so they are going to temple. this probably should be fire 1, and then they're going to build 2 dwellings as well. That's really strong. I love that for nomads. So I'll get 1 more leech, then 3, 4, 5, plus this. I can take 9 leech total. This seems perfectly fine. I would love temp ship, but that's not the world that we live in. There is one interesting world, which is the world where we double dig, where we dig D7, and then we change this to red. Capetta can advance ship twice. Right now, Capetta might double dig G6. Mermaids currently can't double dig, so there is a chance that like I can do some sort of shenanigans like advance ship and still get a single dig, which is all that I really need. Temp ship would have been massive, but I mean, temp ship would have been massive last round too, and Richard wound up taking it. I think that this is a very cool Nomads game. I'm enjoying this Nomads game. I'm very much not enjoying this this Mermaids game though. I do think that this was the right pass. So this probably means that I do need to dig with my first action, because it might go double dig G6, single dig this next round, or single dig B5. Could definitely see something like that happening. Yeah, double dig G6, single dig B5, so I can't like... I probably do need to dig here. And as long as I'm digging, I might as well just take double dig instead of single dig, I think. I'll just take D7, and I'll turn this to red. People will struggle a lot more with taking this hex if it's red. Here's I7, probably. Yep. And it was fire 1. I think that this is a very good Nomads game. I'm very pleased with how this Nomads game is going, which is not good for me. This Nomads game being good is bad news for me, because I want to win network, and Nomads aren't going to take that away from me. But I also need to set myself up to take scoring favors. Cultists are probably set up to take scoring favors, though they don't have great worker economy. Is there any world where I single dig G6? Oh, you mean like I dig D7 and turn G6, double dig G6? That's an interesting world. That helps me to a town, which is not bad. That actually seems like probably the best thing that I could do, but since I didn't think of it myself, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to do this goofy thing. I think that I would feel bad if I took that advice, but I actually do like that line quite a bit. That gives me better leech from cultists throughout the south there. Though arguably I shouldn't be taking leech from cultists anymore. Wow, cultists. Wow, maybe I really should have taken this hex. But this is making Nomad's life a little awkward, I think, taking E8. E8 actually lets me 3 ship down here as well. Cultists are rushing the Chuki town. I think that that's a perfectly fine reason to be doing what they're doing. But it was a bummer that I decided to go up the Earth track instead of the track that I had a better chance at winning at. Mermaids get coins, so the awkward thing for mermaids is that even with coins, they can only build out 2 dwellings this round, right? Mermaids can up their ship to 2, and then build 8. Like I guess if they can get a priest action. If mermaids do get this priest action, then they're probably in a good position. The question is, how are they getting that leech? Maybe they temple. I suppose what mermaids can do is they can temple for water 1. Then that gets the leech to buy the priest. Then they upship twice and then build 3 dwellings. I think that would be a strong line. It gives them no economy afterward, or no coins afterward, but coins are not the end-all be-all. Lustrous, you're saying that I would have been hurting for Leech long term. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about building G6 or what? Like, I think that G6, like, that's still fine for Leech, because cultists would have to make their TPs over here anyway. By the way, I've been underestimating cultists. I think cultists are actually probably winning right now. Like this is extremely dominant from cultists. If they can make a second town, then we're gonna actually be in some trouble. Yeah, so mermaids are gonna upgrade ship, and then if nomads give them leech, then we might have issues. Nomads probably sandstorm I9 or they sandstorm A8. I don't know if that's aggression toward cultist connection or what, but this guy we were saving for ship advance, I believe. I think that what we want here, yeah, G6 for cultists is pretty good. Honestly, like this also kills cultists' second town. I guess there's never any world where they're going to come up here and ship down here, so to be fair. All right, we are in some trouble for water 1 tempo now. We need to build C2 and make a TP, I think, to get water 1 tempo, and then we pass onto this. I don't love where our game is right now. The water 1 rush is on, officially. Nomads are going to take a coin. This is a pretty great structure here, putting it in the center like that. Yeah, so I do expect mermaids to buy this priest next. I don't have to build this. I could just pass and then prepare to... Okay, so nomads are preparing to take water 1 next round, like 100%. That's a great pass from nomads. I think it's possible that our job is just to not overly focus on the favor tiles now and just focus on our economy. If we get water 1, we get water 1. And if we don't, then we can build all our TPs here. In fact, we might build 3 TPs in air 1 next round. I think cultists will probably advance ship yet again. So I'm just going to keep being greedy, and I'll make a TP as well, so that I have tempo on water 1 if it does come down to it. Good morning, Jekyll. How are you? Yeah, competitor does advance ship again. We'll see if mermaids advance ship. Actually, mermaids are probably done. Yeah. Okay, that's a really bad read by me. That mermaids wouldn't pass there. No, so nomads can sanctuary water 1, but mermaids can just get coins and pass. Like mermaids taking that like gets them lots of good stuff. This is very for me. Oh wait, hold on. I do have tempo on water 1. Okay, so the world is fine. The world is fine because I'm getting water 1. The best economy that I can get right now is this, but we do have lots of issues right now in terms of just our points situation. Mermaids are actually kind of threatening G3 now. Like they can open coins. Actually, they can't open coins, but cultists are kind of doing some bizarre things here. But it's fine. Like when you're this dominant on the cults, you can just play like swarmlings, right? Like But I don't like wasting 3 power on a priest there at all when they have 2 priest production anyway. Like this does, I don't think that this does them anything. They have 2 priest production, and they just wasted 3 coins when they have Earth 2 and not a ton of coin production. So I think our round is temple, single dig this if we can, or double dig these 2 hexes if we can. We're probably going to get that, right? We're probably going to get temple, then double dig on these. The question is, do I need coins too much to be able to do double digs? That's probably the case, right? I probably need coins too much to be double digging here. We're going to temple for water 1, and then we probably just take a coin town, I think. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything wrong with a coin town here. Maybe we look for some leech. We down convert pretty aggressively. We put some priests to cults. Yeah, cultists put that on the air cult, but they were already getting all the power from here anyway, so what's up with that? Also, cultists, I guess, are going to take double dig, probably. E10 and G7 seems pretty good. Jekyll, you said they're on the TP scroll. Building the sanctuary wouldn't let them build many TPs. That's fair, but if they build a sanctuary, like, they only need to build 2 TPs to make it worth it, right? Building 4 TPs gets them more points on this and equal points here, but then, like, they don't have ways to make points here. I think that sanctuary for... Oh, they take the coins. Wow, okay. So I wonder if... I would love it if nomads do get water 1 block. That's a huge issue for them. I think that might have been one bridge too far. So I'm very hopeful that we do see a water 1 block. I think there's still a world where competitive builds through here. So I might just, like, you know, keep come on, competitive, do it. No! Oh my god. All right, so this is really amazing for Richard then. Yeah, competitive not taking water 1 is a huge issue, and I think that nomads now look like the winner. Wow, nomads. Oh, okay, they're gonna fight for territory first. I see. Okay, we said that we were looking at a coin town, but could we just make some TPs over here and still hope for leech? Like, I think that there's still a chance that mermaids make this, right? I'm not going to threaten the earth cult because I really do want cultists to just be kind to people. I can make a... Yeah. I think this is pretty good because I should be able to get myself some purchase over here with priests to water. Why D6? You're asking me why do I want D6 or why do I not want D6? Isn't G3 better? I think that I'm losing G3. So, yeah, no, Lustrous. Nomads totally dug A7 to block cultists. I agree with that. I suppose this is Air 1 now. What did cultists wind up doing? Oh, cultists templed. Okay, right. We're being offered a double spade here. But I think that the correct thing to do is to build TPs still. Mermaids need these TPs because they're out of coins. I guess they can upgrade up there instead of on C3, but still. We're also still kind of holding off on this because cultists should be getting spades, so like, I think there's still a chance that they come through here. Like, they should give up on connection, I think. I guess they're probably going to double spade E8, in which case G3 is probably my play. Okay. Yeah, don't look now, but cultists are on this guy with 3 ship. They have both the scoring favors, and they're looking at 36 cult points currently. I guess, like, I could rush up this track and try to win water. Cultists aren't getting a second town, so if I could win water or air by taking scoring, like, the appropriate Mermaids didn't even bother to get this cult spade. I think that's going to hurt them. It's not helping them with their town situation. I do think that they do want towns. It's probably time to start declining cultists a little bit. They've gotten too much this game. I think this is going to look a little weird, but I'm considering a single dig here onto E8. The single dig on E8, here's the theory behind it. It saves me the stuff to make a TP. And then I can put my spade on D6. With a spade, I can get a second, like I can take a town as well. Plus I have a spade coming in off the cult, which probably goes on G3. This could be wrong for sure. Okay, cool. Cultists are leaving the round, so I'm going to get a pass tile next round. That's cool. I think that I could still use coins, right? Like, I'm going to get a TP tile or this guy next round. I have workers. Coins are still good. I could take a ship town as well. The ship town could let me get I6, depending on when nomads pass. I think that if I can put my cultivate on I6, that would be pretty sweet. 8-pointer's okay, but I don't think it's getting me as much as this. Are we beating nomads on network here? Probably not. Nomads open with a stronghold, um, and an economic favor. Just seems kind of hard to beat nomads there. Nomads passing in front of me is annoying because I'm going to lose I6 now. I thought that I was going to pass in front of nomads and that things were going to be a little rosier, but I now have to decide between G3 and I6. I suppose if nomads, I suppose I put my cultivate here. So I'm going to build G3 first action, and then nomads probably sandstorm I9, so I just take H6, and then I can consider hard digging this, maybe. Probably can't because of coins, but cultists are going to go up the air track here. I think that I can let them do that because I can no longer really do anything on the air track. And I actually am in a coins shortage. We got lots of problems. Nomads are in a position where they may double dig. I don't think that that's great. They should save their power for coins because they want to advance ship this round. They sandstorm H5, which is interesting. That means that I can actually get both G6 and I6, or I9 and I6, but we'll see what happens here. Probably it's just correct to give up on I6 actually, because we want to save some power for TPs, unless I get like Great Leech for whatever reason. And I don't really see myself getting Great Leech. Mermaids have been pretty slow to do stuff over here. I don't think mermaids are doing super well this game. I take a single dig, which is a little mediocre, I think. I think we're probably seeing a sandstorm on, or we're probably seeing a double spade on I9 here is my prediction. We'll just lock up the air cult. Oh, nomads buy a bridge. Okay. That's fine. I can live with that. Maybe they'll give me some... They'll have to upgrade one of these two guys, right? Do I have any dreams about trying to town through here? That's probably too much, right? I don't think I have the spades for that. In any case, I should send my priest off here. It gives me power, it locks up a second place, and it could let me sanctuary like water 3 in the last round. Even sanctuary water 2 is enough probably, along with an 8-pointer. Nomads look like they could 4-town. It's not easy. It's not easy for nomads to 4-town here, but they could. It would require 2 TPs. It would require temple, TP, TP. Dwelling here. Unfortunately, I do have to take this leech. But whatever, like, cultists have basically topped out their cults. As long as they don't, like, get up here, then there's not much that they can do. I would have actually considered double hard digging A6 and putting out a landscape if cultists want a second town, but maybe just making 2 TPs is better than a second town. Nomads are connected, so no issues there. Nomads took workers. Hopefully that means that they're hard digging A6. Yeah, let's keep taking our own hexes. Oh, what am I doing? I said that my next action was putting a priest to water. I am completely dropping the ball here. Sorry, guys. That's my bad. Okay, I need to not forget to put priest to water this time. Mermaids are very steadfastly denying me leech, which is annoying. I suppose that it's fine because they have other places to get leech from, but it is annoying. For sure. Yeah, we've maxed cultists, so whatever. Cultists are not going to be able to last out this round, which is great. Okay, I almost made a TP there, but I remembered to do this. So that's a small win for us. We're going to take the small victories where we can. Oh, okay, I'm seeing a fun line. I think I can drop my landscape here on I-10. I think we can drop our landscape on I-10 and then go for this bridge down on H8. Or just dig through this next round. This TP does absolutely nothing for anyone, other than giving me a nice 2-for-1. We should think a little bit about the stall right now. We're in an interesting spot in the stall wars at the moment. Mermaids have up to like 1, 2, 3, 4 actions, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mermaids have tons of actions left. Nomads have tons of actions left. I think it's going to be very, very hard for me to stall this out. So I think based on that, it's probably just not correct for me to even try to stall it out. I need to worry about if network is better or if third. And I think there's always network for engineers than a third, right? I think I want I6, that way I can build through here. And then if I have a double spade right now, and I could build I6, A3 or something. Yeah. But no one else can take the double spade for me, so first we're going to just do this, which is good power management. Unfortunately, we need it for the coin, so I'm just going to surrender points on the fire track. My god, cultists have won by a lot. I wonder if there's anything useful in terms of making a TP up here expensively right now. I think nomads need to hard dig this, right? They can do this. Okay, they're actually leaving this hex. Maybe I need to deny this hex. There's also the question of, are we ever competitive with cultists here? The answer might just be no, I'm never competitive with cultists. In which case, this is a waste of our time. It is a fact that cultists will win if they get A6. That's just a fact. All right, I think that our plan is take a6. All right, how many more structures do we want to build? We want to build 1, 2, 3, 4 more structures, right? We have one. If we get this, then we have 1, 2, 3 free structures just hanging out. We only need one spade, which means that this can actually be a useless structure. And I think that we want to build our sanctuary next round anyway, so there's no need to put a TP up here. I don't think I need a coin town. I think that I have enough stuff for dwelling, TP, TP. And I can also just drop my landscape down here right now. So let's do this. Oh, nomads might just dig this for me. But I don't think I'm costing myself anything by just transforming this to gray. I'll put my landscape down here. Landscape. And over here, we'll just turn this to gray. And if nomads choose to take that hex from me, then they can. I don't actually need this hex that much. But I mean, it is blowing up Cultist Town, which is what I do need. So we're going to build A6, TP, TP. That's the rest of our round. And then we'll just see where the final round lets us go. Oh, nomads might have taken the power town so they can buy the priest. Buying the priest is an action, so. Mermaids buy themselves a spade. That's nice. Richard advances on ship. That's also nice. We have a small, interesting economic decision versus scoring decision, which is, could it possibly be right to build this dwelling instead of a TP? Like, is it economically better to build a dwelling than a TP? I think that the answer is yes. Like, economically speaking, there's no comparison between a dwelling and a TP. But I'm forced to give leech to nomads here. I think the free leech is good because that actually gives me a chance at getting on nomads tile. Like, nomads might not be able to afford a priest here. In fact, I don't think that they can because, yeah, if nomads can't afford the priest action, then this is probably correct. So my hesitance was about, like, workers, right? I think that I'm good, though. I think that I'm good. All I need is to build G1, F1, Sanctuary for Water 2, and then... Wow, no, it's that track. I think that means that I should be able to beat them on fire then. It would be on next restaurant. I think that I can probably afford it. Yeah, okay, so this is great. Um, like there's no economy that I get from this tile, but I am just getting points, and points are good in Terra Mystica. This does mean that I want shipping, so I should keep in mind that some of my coins are going to be used for my coins aren't going to be spades or anything anymore. They're going to be shipping. Capetta might just disrupt me at this point, but even if they disrupt this, like I'm still fine, like down here. Okay, I might be getting my neighbor on E10, but it doesn't matter because I might not be building any more TPs this game. I think that I'm just going to sanctuary for. Yeah, I think a combination of water 2 and air 1 is how we want the rest of this to go. Capetta just takes that, probably just builds a stronghold, and then 2 dwellings or something. A stronghold and then, yeah. I think I'll just secure my hexes first. There's no pressure on water 2. There might be a pressure on an 8-pointer, I guess, but I could just take a priest town and it's just as good. How many towns are getting made? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'm going to get an 8-pointer, a priest town, or an 11-pointer. So there's really no pressure here on towns. I also don't think that there's pressure on Air 1. I think Stronghold has got to be better than Air 1 for cultists, so I'm not that concerned about that either. Oh, shit. Cultists haven't... Oh, they have all 3 temples out. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, could cultists actually make this sanctuary town? But they can't. Even a ship town isn't that bad, depending on how our resources pan out here. So I think that we're pretty okay in terms of our town situation. The question is, do we have too much to do with like what little we have? Cultists are getting at 12 points from their stronghold, and then maybe 2 more points on Earth 1, or 4 more points on Earth 1. So that's 12, 16 more points, and then that'll leave them 3 resource points. So 19 more points before passing, and then 28 on the cults. I'm not going to math it. I think that 2-for-1s are still pretty good for engineers. I'll find a way to turn this into points. There's Fire 2, which might explain why mermaids didn't care to fight. So these are actually workers, so that's good to know. I could do like Sanctuary, Temple, TP. Temple for Air 1, TP. All right, I guess since we have time, we can count this stuff. So we have 3, 6 plus, our obligations are 1 plus 6 plus 4. 1 plus 6 plus 4 is 11 coins. We only need 11 more coins. Okay, so it's clearly a mistake to be taking more each. Like whatever is left is just going to be used as like a dig advance or something, or like maybe building a temple Air 1 TP and then a 4-point TP. So Capetta upgrades here where they give themselves no chance to earn power. I think that I guess they didn't really want to help mermaids at that point. Like there's just no point. Mermaids, by the way, nowhere close on network. Richard probably just spends this round shipping to hit all his hexes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So there actually is some very minor incentive to try to get A2. That's a 4-point dwelling if we can actually get it. So I think that we actually do want some economy then. In that case, we might be taking leech still. Let's count it. Sorry again. So this is six workers here, or 6 coins plus 4 plus 3, or plus 2 plus 1. So this is 13 coins. We do have 14 right now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 workers. We only have 5. So there's no way we're getting out that last structure. So we are going to tie network with nomads, which is a bit of a bummer. That's okay. Mermaids just take a high point town, which is fine. Yeah, because of the lack of the 2-pointer here and the lack of the workers action, I think that we do have to just... I think we do decline this then. We could save our power for a single spade. And so, no, we can't really do that because we just don't have the workers, right? We can't go... Yeah, okay. Let's not consider that then. Temple TP is a little better than... Temple Air 1 TP is a little better than the difference between this and this, I think. I am just going to take a ship town here. I think that Temple TP is like a perfectly fine line that makes up the points that I get that I would have saved by taking a priest town here. Cultists are doing too well on... they're doing too well on the cults, so I think I have to do this. Wow, why did I down convert so much? I didn't actually go past this. I was really supposed to be a little more judicious there. I think we're beating nomads. I have the pass tile and nomads don't have the pass tile, so I don't need to worry so much about that. I don't know what's being said here. Yeah, I think we're pretty happy right now where we are. Obviously, our next action is water 2. Mermaids game is done, so they're having a little think to themselves, but I think that just advancing ship twice is the only real way for them to make good points. Building a dwelling does them nothing. Oh, they're considering making a stronghold, which could be better than... Wow, that's definitely depressing. I think that... Oh, they're on the TP tile, I see. Alright, one last try. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins. Right now, I have 1 more coin coming in here. This would be 2 more coins. So this would be 10. 10 is actually enough to get out 8-2, I think. 10 coins would be enough to go down convert, then temple, then this, then this. I'm going to take this. I know I haven't been super consistent, but I am going to take this leech. And I guess, yeah, mermaids are done. They can still ship advance, which is cool. So they're going to end at, they're going to get to 102, pass for 8, 110. Yeah, it's not enough stuff. We'll take this free leech. It does nothing for anyone, so. If I had known that, I guess I could have seen that this was coming and then not taken the 2-for-1, but it's fine. Cultists just tried to advance on the water track. Obviously, they can't do that. So we're going to get our little power from the water track and then down convert. Nomads might see the writing on the wall that they can't do too much anymore, but they're just going to advance digs. So they might wind up coming up here and meddling with me, but they actually don't make points from Earth 1. And are they not connected? They do need to connect. So they need to ship advance again. So yeah, they're pretty much done competing on network. All right, so let's do our water 2. This is always happening. Suka's saying that they messed up. I think the rushing Earth one was definitely very arguably a mess up. Um, but so this dwelling is only 2 points for me then. Yeah, this is only a 2-point dwelling. Okay, they're a decent player, but yeah, I think that they over prioritized Earth one in this game. Capetta is second place here and didn't rush Earth one, and obviously you can see that they had pretty strong results, and they are going to end with 3 resource points. That's 113, 0 network points, and then 28 on here. So that's 141. I think that we have 141, and I think Richard is only going to get like some network here. Advances ship to 115. Yeah. Oh yeah. Richard was thinking that they were going to 4 town. That's unfortunate. So we will just temple air 1. So let's just do this. This is enough to do our stuff, right? Temple, TP dwelling. Yeah, that's enough stuff. Didn't even need the 2-for-1. Okay. So let's do this. This. So we took 1 extra 2-for-1 that we didn't have to, but otherwise it seems pretty good. Nomads might just dig this out of spite, but they also don't have to. It doesn't really help them. I'm already beating them on network, so it only just costs me 1 point. Actually, I guess it doesn't cost me a point. I could just go up this track instead. No, that's still, well, whatever. It's not important. Yeah, they do just pass. Save themselves the resource point. Oops. There we go. Um, and I haven't done all the math, but I'm pretty sure this is a win here. Um, so what went right this game? I think that one thing that went right this game was that we got all our hexes, right? Nomads opened the stronghold, but they didn't take I6 from me, which meant that I got this entire stretch. They also didn't take either of these grays, despite like being down here really early with the stronghold. It turns out that they were overly focused on their own 4-town game, which um, we did see like didn't really pan out. I think that the starting positions also really helped me out. Like Nomads not being on E8, um, being on G4 instead of D3. I think that D3 would have helped Nomads and Mermaids a lot. The Leech could have gone very differently in rounds 1 and 2, but I got 2 double spade actions in the first 3 rounds, along with a single spade. So I got 5 spades here and a spade off the cult here. And I didn't have to like give up anything in terms of my economy to do it. So I think that that has a lot to do with like why I won this game. So we do gain a few arena points. We only advance like 5 spots, I guess, but still, it's nice to get a win here. Give the thumbs. And we had a long game. Sorry about that. We had some long thinks. Cultists indeed were in second place, which we kind of expected. So I think that it was good that we managed to. I think that going at the water cult was correct, though. I don't think that it was foreseeable that I was winning by that much in the cult race, or in the network race rather. So I think that I still made some like good reads there to like fight a little more economically here. What else is there to say about this game plan? I think the Nomad Stronghold game plan was good. I think that they needed to take Water 1. I think that that was their main issue. I think that they overextended by going for the 4-town plan. Yeah, Mr. Fickles, I'm just recapping like what happened here. Nomads didn't start on D3. They opened Stronghold in a game where there was no Stronghold event and also no Stronghold pass tile, but they started on Worker Power, so that was nice that they opened Stronghold. They did get this town, but their main issue is that they got neither score in favor. I think that missing Earth 1 was fine. Missing Water 1 was a problem because at that point, like they built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 TPs after that. Now they did eventually get Air 1, but I think that they only got like, well, okay, the Air 1 might only have been like 5 to 10 points worse, but still, that's 5 to 10 points that are pretty important. And I do think that making like that would have given them a little more incentive to fight network at the end too, if they could like. Well, I guess they only had dwellings left, so hard to say. So how did we do it? As we said, we got a lot of spades. Wow, we got 3 double spade actions, so we got 8 spades just by taking power actions. That's pretty good. Yeah, 8 spades from power actions, plus one of them was a partial transform. But we wound up getting a cult spade as well, so that was really nice. Down here, we hit the scoring track the best. Cultists also actually hit it quite well. They didn't connect, but they actually had really good economy all game. We chunked it out, got all the scoring favors. That's always nice. We got, like, one underrated aspect is that final round pass. I beat Cultists by 19 points here, but the final round pass was worth 9 to me. And Cultists could have, like, if Cultists wind up getting a 9-point pass down instead of me, that's huge. And like I actually really didn't think that I was getting that. Like I think that Nomads made a TP or something that led to me getting a tile that I shouldn't have. or wasn't expecting. I think they could have stalled with priests instead or something. We took 2 ship towns, which is very unusual for me, but I think that wound up working out pretty well and pretty interestingly. And then, of course, we got in-game points, shipping points. Paid a lot for Leech, but I think it was worth it to get this kind of 17 structure, tons of favor points type of game. The last thing I want to check is the coin situation, because this was a game where I felt perpetually coin tight, which is obviously why I took the 2 ship towns. But engineers don't need that many coins. So I wonder, I never passed once onto the 7 coins tile, or the 6 coins pass tile. So I'm just interested in seeing how the coins broke down. And indeed, other than mermaids who had just like kind of a weak game, I definitely had by far the fewest coins collected. And I didn't get any of them from the 7 coins power action. Everyone else got coins power actions, but I was just too busy doing stuff the whole time to bother passing for that, and obviously too busy fighting for spades. So I think that I kind of made a good read that engineers are good in like this kind of like high leech coin tight situation. Like this is actually kind of hilarious, right? This is why I paid all those victory points. And when you have the scoring favors, like you can just make that work for yourself. So that's this game. I don't know if there's too much else to say about it. Like I think that just I had a lot of good breaks go my way essentially, and I'm pretty happy about that. I got all my hexes. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for chatting. I will possibly stream tomorrow, but we'll see. And there's like a small chance that I stream again later today, but that seems a little unlikely. But hopefully we'll come back next time and continue to do good things. So see you everyone.